I'm slapping my feet in her piss right here. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Thanks. A wrap. This is a painting I just completed. I haven't completed a painting for probably about 12 years. So it's kind of nice to get back into this. This is acrylic. I started off when I was in my teens doing acrylic, moved into oil. I went to Art Center for Fine Art Illustration in Pasadena. I was there for a couple of years. I had to take a leave of absence for financial reasons. My dad actually took off back to Iran, so I ended up dropping out of school. That's another story. But I started doing a lot of oil painting there. Stuck with oil for a while. I'm thinking acrylic, it's easier for me to pump it out. And the thing with like this painting is that, you know, I constructed it myself. It's masonite, you know, wood back, stapled together with nails. And one of the things that I always get into is I get caught up in like being a perfectionist. When I was younger, I would smear the paint or fuck up like something that I worked on for a while. And so basically the whole thing is trying to break away from trying to be a perfectionist. You know, if you come in here, you know, this is actually probably like 6 to 8 layers of paint. So under here you got things going on. Acrylic. I sanded it actually to try and get some texture out of it. But I had already used like a acrylic medium, so it just it didn't work. I was hoping it was gonna pull some layers out from underneath it, but it didn't really pull that out. I laid the painting out in Photoshop. So this is actually a photo of a Buddha statue. I got this statue in Topanga Canyon like a long time ago, painted it, and then took a picture of it, and then kind of came in a little bit. I didn't want to get too caught up in it, but the whole thing behind it is, I was thinking like, I want to pump out a bunch of Buddha paintings, but I want to present them in a way like Buddhist propaganda art kind of thing, like kind of make them like posters. This is almost like a poster you'd see on maybe like a wall somewhere or something. So everything's like kind of beat up. You know, there was a windstorm the other day, and it actually blew it over and broke the whole face right here, and pulled out a bunch of nails out the front. And I was actually kind of bummed on it, but that's like my cycle with paintings. You know, another painting getting messed up. So, but with this particular painting, that was my whole idea, is be relaxed with it. So I just, you know, nailed it back together. It's broken there, so be it. That's part of its character. Originally, this painting was actually the American flag with bombs coming, and it was upright, and it was from a building I saw in Tehran. So I ended up painting over it. I think actually, from what I heard, I think that painting in Tehran's gone. It's a mural, so I think that painting's gone. So the painting's gone here too. So supposedly they're going to be opening an American embassy in Tehran, so we'll see. So the American flag with bombs became a Buddha. And then this is kind of cool. This is Love Ever. I originally started off with Love Everything, but then I wrote, when I was kind of laying this thing out, I wrote Love Ever on here. Love Ever, like forever, love ever. And then when I laid it out, actually, you know, you can go like this, you go Love Ever, but what's kind of cool, if you go this way and up, that's love. This way and down, that's Love Ever. So you got 2 ways to read Love Ever in it, which kind of was one of those things where it just turned out that way, beyond me, you know, thinking about it. That's number 1 in like 12 years. So I'm hoping to pump out a bunch of these and move them out. Get them out onto some walls, places, that kind of thing.
How am I going to pay for the car accident? How am I going to pay this debt? How am I going to pay? I want to go surfing. There's sharks in there. What happens if I get credit card companies after me? The banks want all my money. I don't know if sky falls. What happens if there's World War III's house? Nuclear war. I have so many fears. I can't sleep. I can't rest. I don't know what to do.
I'm going for a walk. Come on, Sophie.
I'm going for a walk, yeah, that's what I do when I can't find my thoughts through and through. I walk, yeah, that's that's what I say, and it makes me feel around the way I walk. I used to smoke pot and drink beer, but then I found stepping to soothe the fear. I walk, yeah, that's what I do when I can't find my thoughts through and through. I walk, yeah, that's what I say, and it makes me feel around the way I walk.
Brought to you by the American Walking Foundation, an equal opportunity council for the freedom of walking.
This is the basics to learning how to fall. I learned this from Master Chong S. Kim. He's a second generation Hapkido master. Established himself in Alhambra, Korean. The way Hapkido is you basically graduate up to high falls, to where someone can flip you and you can get flipped this high and slam and you're good, especially if you're on a padded mat. But this is the beginning of learning how to fall. The first one is falling forward. Everything comes from your donjon, so you want to always be tight in your donjon. Everything else relaxed. Again, I'll do it for you one more time. Coming forward. So what you're doing is you're landing on your whole forearm across your hand, and what you're trying to do is spread out your energy across your forearms. So it's almost like landing into a plank, and your core is tight. Tight in your donjon. Take a breath, hold it, everything relaxed. Falling. And then what you want to do is kia. So you sound off. So so that's the way I learned it. So if you want to just start, roll into it. That's your front fall. Once again. I was at a hot spring in about knee-high water, and I've been drinking, so I probably had a couple beers in me. And the hot spring was slick, and it was all stone. And my feet came out from under me, and I went into a side fall naturally, and didn't get hurt. Basically what you're trying to do is if someone pushes you over, you want to get out of the habit of catching yourself with your wrist. Most people tense up, and they fall like this. You see that with a lot of athletes too, like even like quarterbacks when they get sacked, that kind of thing. If those guys knew the basics of falling, they would probably be able to lessen the amount of injuries they sustain. If you get nailed, you roll out of it. So that's what it is. Okay, falling backwards. Falling backwards. Again, it's strong donjon. Someone pushes you. This is how it is to start with. Again.
Now show the wrong way to fall backwards.
Well, most people
with locking your elbows.
Yeah, most people fall backwards, they'll do this.
Yeah,
boom,
and break an elbow
boom,
or shoulder.
Or they'll fall and
or
slam.
wrist.
They'll slam their head.
They'll slam their head or break a wrist or an elbow or shoulder.
Exactly. So that's the basics of it. Someone pushes you, you go into tight donjon right away, relaxed, fall.
You want to protect your wrists. Yeah.
Kia, boom, boom. Side fall. So this is the fall that actually saved my ass. And this fall is good because what ends up happening is when you graduate into higher falls, someone will hold a cane, you grab it, and you jump, and you take a high fall that way. But this is the beginning of high fall. Again, tight donjon, falling to the side, coming across, straight down, boom. Hand again, always hitting your forearm like this. This is a fight thing to protect your face. You don't necessarily need that if you just want to have the habit of falling good. So if you're gonna fall to the side, fall to the side. Again, you're out of the habit of catching yourself. As you graduate, if you got a lot of momentum, you'll roll out of it. So we'll do it again. Do it again. That's how you want to land. The weight's distributed here. Try not to let your neck snap. Everything relaxed. Tight in the donjon. If you fall, you're relaxed when you go down. You distribute your weight. You don't want to catch yourself on your wrists. You want to always distribute the weight across your forearms, whether it's a front fall, back fall, side fall, and that's it.